So, we probably shouldn't start with YouTube on the screen, but here we are. Many moons ago, I'm a great storyteller. So many moons ago, I had cut the cord and started to accumulate and watch a lot more YouTube, a lot more Twitch, Netflix, Hulu, everything else that comes with you don't have regular TV to watch anymore. And there was a point where I reached too many YouTube subscriptions, and you can see like this is my main page, and I have like 272 more if you can see the left hand side there, which is crazy. It's crazy. And I wanted a way to get through and categorize these things, because I'm a man with many interests, you know, and there wasn't a way that I could find that I could categorize them. And I ended up I actually sent YouTube a email suggestion. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But I never really heard anything back on it. And shortly thereafter, I created a separate YouTube channel for some other endeavor and realized, oh, I can have like all these channels just linked to my email, my one account, right? And what I went in there and did is created multiple channels. Kind of got to scoot over a little bit. Multiple channels for the different interests that I have. So if there's a time where I'm just wanting to listen to music, I'll switch over to my channel. And, you know, I'm not posting videos here or anything like that. It is literally just a channel that is for music related stuff. And this is where all my subscriptions are music related things. Same thing for so I call it geek culture, but it's, you know, gaming news, movie trailers, game theories. Looking at this dude. But more like Zelda theories, behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. And again, you can kind of look at my subscriptions and whatnot, right? So for me, this was a good way to, if I felt like looking at geeky stuff, I would come to the geeky channel, right? Cool. On top of that, now my homepage would also start to only recommend geeky stuff. And if it ever got to a point where, because YouTube, the way that it recommends is, you know, by your history. If it got to a point where I was watching something that was not pertaining to this channel that I'm on, so this one being the geek, and you can see like here, I've got music coming up, and I do that. I'll go listen to music and not paying it attention. You can come in here to your history, and on the right hand side there, you can hit clear your watch history, clear it, and then that kind of revamps. Let me hit refresh. Kind of revamps your recommended videos all over again. And so for me, I thought that people might want to see that and know about making multiple channels, not necessarily for the purpose of ever posting a video. Another really cool thing that you can get from it is like on an Apple TV, you log in with all your channels, and then there's the same switcher that you have on the PC. You have a switch on now your TV, and you can literally just switch between channels. So I clicked science this time. I always go to the subscriptions, and then you can play add to queue and just go through a few of your videos if that's how you're feeling. You're feeling sciencey, right? And it kind of gives a very TV-like feel to YouTube. I pay for the YouTube Premium, which I think is like, it's between $12 and $20. I think it's like maybe 15. I have to really go look. But very well worth it. You're not going to get the standard YouTube ads. You're just going to get the, in video. This is sponsored by yada, 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 whatever, those ads, which is not that big of a deal. So yeah, I thought that was something that I could show off and that people could do as well. And you gain something from it. Oh yeah. So how to start, I would just, if you feel like it's something that you want to do, right? This may not be for everybody, but if you feel like it's something that you want to do, if I were you, I would look at your YouTube subscriptions and pick one little genre of your subject, right? So in this case, science, and create a new channel and move those subscriptions over and just do that just for one and see what you think, see if you like it before you really commit and totally butcher stuff. So the way that I did this is I have things separated out, right? Music. I've got streamers that stream and post stuff, different development. So it's like 3D modeling, game development, coding, websites, all sorts of stuff, random tech news. And all of those subscriptions that are within those channels are still within the Casey Does channel, if that makes sense. So I didn't just unsubscribe everything out from one channel to move to the other channel. Eventually I'll do that. I'll clean it all up, but I would not overcommit yourself and clean up this hodgepodge of 300 subscriptions that I have, right? I would just leave it be. And I'd move subscriptions around and move them over. And it's not too bad. So we can kind of do a little bit of that, right? In your subscriptions, there is a manage area, right? Now, I'm not sure who we're about to feature here, but so in here, you can just right click, say open, 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 open. And what I usually do, so now I have a bunch of tabs, right? So if I've made a few of these channels, I'll go in here. So this is a game dev channel. I'll open this up, hit switch to development, and then hit subscribe, right? Now he is in the game. Oh, he's talking. Okay, so now he is in the game dev section. If you wanted to take it a step further, you could really go back, switch to Casey Does. And this is kind of the time consuming part, but it is what it is. And you could unsubscribe. So it takes a while. It takes a while to get all that, separated out, but I think it's worth it. I do. And I just thought I'd want to share. That's all I got. I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye.